Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into a book that really tries to cut through all the noise out there. It's called The Weight Loss Journey by Raymond Green. And what we're going to do is break down its super simple but powerful approach to changing not just your body, but your entire way of thinking. So let's get right into it.
Does this feel familiar? I mean, if you've ever felt like this, you are so not alone. It feels like we're just flooded with all these conflicting tips, crazy diets, and quick fix promises, and honestly, it just leads to a lot of confusion and frustration, right? That exact feeling is what the author Raymond Green tackles right at the beginning of his book.
He actually has a great name for it, the weight loss maze. You know that endless cycle where you're promised some overnight transformation? That, as the book points out, almost always just ends in disappointment. But here's the key argument. The problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough. No way. It's that the whole perspective on what weight loss even is totally flawed.
And this quote, this one really gets to the absolute heart of the whole philosophy. See, the goal isn't just about hitting a certain number on the scale. The real prize, the thing you actually win, is the strength, the confidence, and the resilience that you build while you're doing it. It's a complete shift in how you see the whole thing. Which brings us to this core idea in the book. Thinking of weight loss as a long-term journey, not some frantic race to a finish line. You know, it's all about making changes that actually last, that empower you for the rest of your life, instead of chasing those temporary shortcuts that always seem to lead you right back to where you started.
Okay, so how do you actually start this journey? Well, this is what I absolutely love about this book's approach. It doesn't throw 100 different rules at you. It boils everything down to just two. Two clear, foundational first steps. Let's break them down.
All right, step one, and this is a big one. Before you even think about food or exercise, you have to look inward and find your why. And we're not talking about some vague goal like, I want to look better. No, this is about digging deep and finding those personal reasons that are going to fuel you when things get tough.
And the book gives you a real action plan for this. First, you've got to ask yourself the tough questions. You know, is this for your long-term health? Is it to have more energy for your family? Or maybe to just feel confident in your own skin again? Then, and this part is absolutely crucial, you write it down. Put it on your mirror, make it your phone's wallpaper, whatever it takes to make it a visible, daily anchor. Now, for that second foundational step. So once your motivation is locked in, it's time to get the how. And the really great news here is that the science behind it all is surprisingly simple. And once you get it, it is so incredibly empowering.
And that science? Well, it really just comes down to this one core principle. The calorie deficit. It's a simple equation, really. If your body uses more energy, more calories, than you get from food, it has to find that energy somewhere else. So it starts to burn stored fat for fuel. That's it. It's not magic, it's just biology.
And this is where the whole idea becomes super practical. The book suggests a target that's both effective and totally sustainable, a modest deficit of about 500 calories a day. That's usually enough to lead to a nice, gradual, steady loss of about 1 pound a week. See, this isn't about starving yourself. It's just about making smart, consistent choices.
And this just lays out the difference perfectly. You've got crash diets on one side. Yeah, you might get quick results, but as the book warns, they often slow down your metabolism, which makes it way easier to regain all that weight later. But the journey approach, that's all about gradual progress that actually builds strength and leads to results that are gonna last. So when you put it all together, these two pillars, your personal why and understanding the science, well, that's your true starting line. This is where a real journey, one that's built on intention and knowledge, can officially begin.
So really, the crucial takeaway from all this is this simple two-step foundation. First, you have to find that powerful personal motivation, your why. And second, you just have to grasp the basic science of a calorie deficit. These are the tools that you need to finally leave that weight loss maze behind for good.
So that just leaves us with one last question to think about. With this foundation in mind, what is the very first step you can take on your own unique journey? Thanks for joining me.